Hello, this is Maulvi Momo from Montreal. It's just a cigarette. Had my share of joints for this morning already, and I'm saving a piece for the evening session. Now it's 3 in the afternoon. Everybody's in their siesta, Canadian style. But after sundown, everybody's gonna be out again, out and about town. The town I live in is called Verdun. In English, that'd be the green dunes, the hills, I guess. All of these dunes aren't as big as some hills may get. So, what's so special about Verdun that I choose to live here? Well, it's not a ghetto. There are 4 ghettos of Bangladeshis in the city of Montreal. There's Charlevoix subway station, metro station. At Charlevoix, it's the Siletis. It's like the brick lane of Montreal. Then you have Plamondon, which is called Banglar Bosti. It's the low-class Bangladeshis. Then you have Park Extension. These are Bangladeshis who are working class but self-respecting. And then you have Brossard, which is Asian town. It's a suburb, Rive Sud, on the south shore of the St. Lawrence River. You see, Montreal is an island on the St. Lawrence River, and I live on the part of the island known as Verdun. But there's Rive Nord, and that's the north shore, and there's Rive Sud, that's the south shore. I grew up on the south shore of Montreal, Rive Sud, in a suburb known as Brossard. So I'm known as Momo from Brossard in Montreal. I can get by in French, I understand French pretty good, unless somebody speaks like really fast, which some tend to do. Like I guess like in English, I could speak fast, But if somebody's speaking at a normal rate, like when I'm watching TV, I understand what they say in French. Or if I read a letter in French, I understand completely. But some people is speaking, they speak so bloody fast. It's like, oh, and you're like, what the hell did the guy just say? You gotta be like a native French speaker to catch those. The people who speak at a normal pace, they're easier to understand. Even though I find that the French from France is easier to understand. The Quebecois French has a lot of slang in it, which unless you know English, you won't pick up. Like they say, bon weekend, then parking. So if you're coming from like a country where English is not one of your native languages, then it's hard to pick up French. And the alphabet is the same as the English one, the French alphabet, A to Z. So knowing English, it's easier for me to pick up French. But I'd still say that the French they speak in France is easier to understand than the Quebecois slang, unless you know English, which I do since I was educated in English before this whole learning French process began. I came to Canada in 1990, January of 1990. That's when I began what they call Cégep, Collège d'Éducation Générale et Professionnelle. And I have what they call a DEC, Diplôme d'études collégiales. It's like between high school and university. You go to college. And I finished my DEC in Social Sciences and Humanities from Champlain Regional College, St. Lambert, Longueuil. After college, I moved on to university, and I went to the most prestigious and highest ranking university Canada has. It's called McGill University. I was at McGill College for 4 years, and I exited with a Bachelor in Arts, a BAC, in Relations Industrielles, or Industrial and Labor Relations. I'm what they consider a certified labor relations specialist, expert in negotiations. But beyond that, while at McGill, I was lucky enough to be able to attend a graduate level course in the Islamic Studies department, a 500 level course. It was Introduction to Islam. And the people in my class were doing masters in Islamic Studies. I was just a guest student. Although the grade did count, it's not part of my regular quota of what I had needed to do. But the Introduction to Islam at the Islamic Studies Institute of McGill, master's level, that was an eye-opener. I basically lost all respect for the hadith, because it's like not reliable at all. It's verbal testimony, and you know how that could be corrupted without meaning to. And I also lost some respect for the religion of Islam itself. My own family history, both my grandfathers, my dada and my nana, they were both men of God. My dada was actually an imam known as Maulvi Abdul Jabbar. And my nana, my mom's dad, he was an engineer by profession for the British Empire. But he also was a man of God and regularly went to discuss Islam with the Baro Pir Sahib, the most famous Pir of Calcutta. So both my grandfathers being men of God, I guess it was in my blood to come out as a Maulvi myself. And I call myself Maulvi Momo. Maulvi in respect to my grandfathers, and Momo in respect to my grammar school classmates at Maple Leaf International School, Bangladesh. My friend Hablu, that's who gave me this name, Momo. And in the British way, I say, call me Momo. Been called that since grammar school. Thanks Hablu, and thanks Atu, and thanks Raju and Khaja for continuing the name Momo. Well, now you have Maulvi Momo. Check it out. Orthodox fleur-de-lis cross. Orthodox cross with the fleur-de-lis of Quebec. Nouvelle France cross. Orthodox. And this is the scarlet beast with the 2 horns of the lamb. The red beast with the lamb's horns. And the Orthodox fleur-de-lis cross. Vive le Québec libre, et vive les habitants, les Montréalais et les Canadiennes.